Hello friends, I am Ashay Shah. I am a computer engineering student and I study in Vishwakarma Government Engineering College. Today in this particular video, we are going to discuss about a machine learning project for predicting the life expectancy, which I completed during the summer internship under the SMART. So basically this project is divided into two modules. In the first module, we have to build a machine learning model, and in the second module, we have to build a web application. So for building of the first module, I have used the IBM Cloud and its services, such as Watson Machine Learning Service and the IBM tool, such as Watson Studio. And for the building of the second module, I have used the Node.js application. So let us get started here. So first of all, you have to simply search for the cloud.ibm.com. You have to sign up for this. I have already logged in here. So after successfully logged in, you will be able to see this dashboard here. So first of all, simply go to the catalog and search for the machine learning service. Click on this. So why we are using this machine learning service? Because once we create this service, then we will get the credentials, and these credentials will be used for deployment of our machine learning model. Since I have already created these services, I am not going to show the steps. If you are facing any difficulties, then you can simply watch the videos on the YouTube. Okay. Now go back again and search for the Watson Studio. Click on the Watson Studio. So Watson Studio is basically a tool in which we can write our Python code for making a model and deployment of our model. Make sure guys that you are creating all these stuff under the light plan, so that you have not to pay for it. Now go back again and search for the Node.js app. This Node.js application is for getting the input from the user and displaying the output in the browser. So simply click on this app and I have created one Node.js application, so I am not going to create it again. So you have to create this Node.js application. After creating this app, you will be able to see this page, and you have to click on this visit URL. This is the URL for our application. So simply you have to click on the go to your Node.js Pro editor. This will only ask your username and the password. Then after successfully creating all this step, you simply go to your dashboard, or you can simply click on the resource list. Under the resource list, you will find your instances, such as we have created the instances for the Node.js application, for the Watson Studio, and the machine learning service. So click on this machine learning and you will get this page. Under this page, click on the service credential. These are the credentials which I was talking about. Since I have created the credentials, I am not going to create it again. You have to simply click on this new credential and you will get the credentials here. And click on the Watson Studio. Now you will get this page and click on the get started. This will loading your credentials, such as username and password. Then you will find this page. Since I have created two projects here, you can simply create your empty project by clicking on this create project. You will get the page. Under my project, you can see that here different options are available, such as overview, assets, environment, shop, deployments. Under the assets, you can simply upload your dataset here, and you can simply create your notebook here, and here the list of all the models which I have created. So I am opening now my code file. This is my file. Now click on this button so that you will be able to write your code here. So as you can see here, now I am able to write the code. This is simply the code for loading the file, and this is my original data set here, which I am getting from the Kaggle. Here is the code for the exploratory data analysis, then step for the feature selection. In this step, we are selecting the important features which is really affecting our output. So this is, I have created the correlation matrix for the feature selection. And you have to perform the handling missing values. Here, you can simply handle your null values by putting the median. And after performing all the operations of feature engineering, I have stored this file in the separate CSV file, and again I am loading that CSV file again. Now you can see that this is my data set after performing all the steps of feature engineering. These are the columns, and this is the step for splitting the data set for training and testing purpose. Here I am separating my features into two categories. One is for the numerical and other one is for categorical. And this is the step for creating the pipeline. Now we have to see that which algorithm performs the weight of this particular project. So I will check for the linear regression, decision tree regression, and the random forest regression. And as you can see here, random forest gives the best performance here. So I have used random forest algorithm for this particular project. Then you can simply fit your model here, and then you can predict on this model. After predicting this model by this model, now these are the steps for the deployment of our machine learning model. So guys, simply we cannot give our Python proof to the client. So for that we have to build our model and store it in the repository. So for that I am using this machine learning API client. These are the credentials which we get from the machine learning service. These are the credentials here. You can see that. Okay. Now this is the step for creating the meta properties of our model. Here you can see that this is the author name, this is my name here, my email ID here, and the name of our model. After creating the meta properties, you have to simply store this model For that, we have to simply write the code of one line here. Now, after storing the model, we have to deploy our model. So for that, we have to get the ID of our model. So that this is the ID of our model, with the help of which we can simply deploy our model. After successful deployment of our model, we will get the scoring endpoint. This scoring endpoint will be used in the Node-RED application, which I will show you in a while. So simply go to the Node-RED app. Here is the flow I have created. So this is the form which I have created for taking the input from the user. This is the country, this category, one is type is text, and this is the year, the number type, all of that. And in this node, I am setting all the variables which I have taken from the form. And here, this is the API key we have to mention here. This API key we will get from the credentials. This is the API key. Click on the done, and this is the HTTP request. Once we submit the button, it will check for the it will check whether the client is whether the request is valid or not. So this is the URL for that. Click on the done, and we have to prepare the message here. Here we have to mention our instance ID. This instance ID again we will get from the credentials. This is the instance ID. Click on the done, and this is the HTTP request. Once our validity will be checked by the cloud, then it will send our data to this URL. This URL is nothing but our scoring endpoint which we have got. This is scoring endpoint. So our response will be sent through this URL to our Node-RED application. So click on the done and then deploy. So my flow is successfully deployed, and click on the dashboard. As you can see that my life expectancy is showing 81.97. Simply I am changing here 2002 and click on the submit. So you can see that it is showing 82.72. Okay, thank you.